Hello everybody and welcome to another Mystery Box Function Challenge. In the purple mystery box there is some math and your challenge is to figure out what that is. You can try this out, go to the link in the description and put in as many numbers as you like. When you've got an idea, come on back and see if we get the same thing. Alright, let's begin. Okay, so 0 gives us a -5. Let's try a 1. Or 1 gives us a -6, so it looks like we may have a line. Let's try -1. So far, this looks like a line with a slope of -1 and a y-intercept of -5. That could be it. Let's go a little further out. Let's try a 2. Oops. So a 2 gives us a -7, so it looks like we're continuing here. Let's do one more. Let's do a 3. Okay. Well, if I had to guess now, I'd say for sure this is a line, although I suppose it could be maybe an absolute value, and we just haven't seen where it turns yet. So let's keep going in the negative direction. So let's put in a -2. That gives us a -3. Still looks like a line. How about a -4, just to make sure? Ah, okay, so that did turn. So I'm thinking absolute value now. Let's put in that -3. I skipped over that one. Okay, so I definitely think we have enough information to say that this is an absolute value. We've got, a line here and a line here, and they meet here at this vertex. So we've got an absolute value, that classic V shape. It opens downward. So if we were going to sketch out the function here, the first thing I'd say is there's a negative sign. The slope of this thing, it appears to be -1 here and +1 here. When it goes over 1, it goes up 1. So I don't think there's any multiplier. The slope is just 1 on this. But it has been moved over. So we're going over 2 here, yeah, -2. And then also down, looks like down 3. So that moving to the left 2, that in the negative direction, is actually a positive inside the brackets, inside the absolute value brackets. And the 3 down is just the same sign, the negative, on the outside of those brackets. So this should be the function, but let's verify this with a couple of points. I mean, if I put a 0 in here, I would get a +2. The absolute value of that is still +2, but then I would take the negative of that. So that would be a -2 minus 3, and that would give us a -5. Okay, well that looks good. If I put in a -1, I'd get -1 plus 2. That's 1. Take the absolute value of that, it's still 1. Turn it negative, that's -1 minus 3. That would give us a -4, and that's what I get for -1. So that's all looking good. Maybe we can predict one more value. What would happen if I put in a -5? So let's try that. So negative, absolute value of -5 plus 2, and then minus 3. Well, a -5 plus 2 is a -3, and then the absolute value of that is a +3, but we put the negative sign on it, and then we subtract 3. So all of that should equal a -6. So if I put in -5, I should get -6. Let's test that. And there we go. So I think we've got this. Let's go ahead and reveal. Yeah, there it is. So f of x is the negative absolute value of x plus 2 minus 3, and we can graph that as well. There's our absolute value, v. Well, how did that go for you today? Did you figure out this was absolute value, or did you think it was going to be a linear function? Let me know. Thanks, everybody.